In this video, I'll be teaching you how to mix acoustic guitar in 3 simple steps coming up. Welcome to the Home Studio Academy. My name is Nolan Freitas, and my goal today is to help you mix faster and more efficiently when it comes down to acoustic guitar. Even though I'll be using Logic Pro for this tutorial, all these principles can be applied to any DAW, so let's jump right in and get started. Okay, so first let's have a listen to this track without any processing. So step number 1 is we're going to add an EQ. And what an EQ does is just carve out the sound of our recording. We want to take away all the bad frequencies and the frequencies we don't need in this recording. So I always like to start by using a high pass filter around 80 to 100 Hertz. And this just helps to clean up the bottom end that we don't need on an acoustic guitar. Next, we're going to grab any of the frequency bands and boost it really high and then make it narrow. And we're going to sweep around as the track is playing in the background, and we're trying to find the worst sounding frequencies and cut about 3 dB or so. Keep in mind, nothing will sound amazing boosted this much, but some frequencies will definitely jump out of the mix in a negative way, and those are the ones we're going to cut. So now that we cleaned up some of the muddy frequencies, I'm going to apply additive EQ. And what I like to do with acoustic guitars is give it a little bit of shimmer on the high end. So I'm actually going to use a shelf around 6,000 to 8,000 Hertz. And let's see if that can brighten up the sound. Step number 2 is to add compression, and what a compressor does is just minimize the dynamics in our recording. If you take a look here on the guitar track, some of these peaks are much higher than others, and so we just want to smooth this out and make it a more even performance. So with an acoustic guitar, I like to leave the ratio about 3 to 1. And then the attack, I like it to be a medium to fast attack and a medium to slow release. And then of course we have to play with the threshold. We're aiming for this meter to be hitting around -3 on average, so let's try that out. The next step is to add reverb, and what reverb does is add a sense of dimension and space to your recording. And so I just grabbed the stock reverb that comes with Logic, but instead of putting the reverb here on the audio effects part of my track, I'm actually going to go to the sends and then send my track into a bus. You can pick any bus, so I just picked bus number 1. And then you need to add the reverb to your bus channel. And the reason we do this is because we can have just one reverb and then send it to all of our tracks. That means that if you have 30 guitar tracks, you don't need to add 30 different reverbs. You can have just one plugin here and then send it to all of your tracks. This will not only speed up your workflow, but it will save lots of computer processing power. And then the way to engage the reverb is just start bringing up the knob here, and you should hear the reverb effect coming in. So now let's have a listen of the before and after. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn how to mix vocals, I'll be putting that video here so you can go check it out. Also, if you got any value out of today's content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in future videos.